So we've got name, and then we've got address. This is the address, and then we've got age and gender. So what we want to have a name as a separate column, address as a separate column, age and gender as a separate column. So for that, we basically need to split this particular column into 4 different columns for each one: name, address, age, and gender. Right. So in our first example, we directly selected this column and went for split column, and we said by delimiter. But in this case, we are not having any fixed delimiters, so that we can do a split, right? So for that, what we can do, we can use our So for that, what we'll do, we'll create a new columns for each, name, address, age, and gender field, and then we specify text dot between delimiters as a formula. Right. So I'll go into add column, custom column. So let's say this is our name. So we say text dot between delimiters. All right, so this is column 1. So what are our delimiters for our name? Let's look into that. So name always going to be in between text name and text address, right? So name will always be in between from the word name till the word address. So we'll just give those two as our delimiters for name. So it's asking for start delimiter. So I'll just say name is our start delimiter. From here on, get the text till you find the word address. Right? So the function is text dot between delimiters, and we can specify what the delimiters are. So that's for name. I'll click OK. So you can see now name has been extracted from this text. Right? Similarly, for address, you can specify delimiters as address and age. For age, you can specify delimiters as age and gender. Right? And for gender, you can use text dot after delimiter, and you can specify gender as your delimiter, so that it's going to get text after this gender. So yeah, go ahead and try doing this in your. Do let me know if you have any questions.
The formula that you wrote, the function and all, but it was much easier and
yeah, we can use any of those methods. Either we can use creating a custom column, or even we can use a column from examples. Right. But when we look into complicated situations, but sometimes columns from example won't work.
Yeah, when we have like lots of data, it might be little complicated to figure out the pattern. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So everyone done with this data set?
Yes.
All right. So then let's close and load. Close and load as a table into a new worksheet. Click OK. Right. Any doubts as of now? Right. So shall we proceed to the next data set?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we're talking about data set 3. I'll open that. All right. So in this data set, we've got each order in a single row, and whatever the products that they purchase were placed something like with delimiter this, and amount going to be placed in the amount column. So you can see binders cost was 609, so art cost was 548, phones 391.98, and so on, right? So it's like difficult for us to use this kind of format and do the analysis. So for that, first we need to clean this data. So after cleaning the data, it's going to look something like this, right? So you can see these all are like a single order ID, and we splitted those categories and amounts into different rows. So yeah, so we got like five different categories for this order. So you can see we've got 5 records and so on. So let's see how we can do this using Power BI. Right? Come here. I'll connect to the dataset first. Workbook. This is our dataset 3. I'll import that. Transform data. All right. So you can see now we are having this first row as a record, the header as a record. So we don't want to have that. We want to have this as an header, not as a record. So what we'll do in the home page, we'll use the option use first row as header, right? So once we click on that, so now the first record will be going to be our header, and from there on we'll be having the records. All right. So now this one going to be a bit complicated. So what I'll do, I'll first explain you the steps, and then you can try it in your Power Query editor. So yeah, so we basically need to split this these records as a separate rows, right? The single record as a separate rows, as a 5 individual rows, and this one as a 2 individual rows, and this one as a 3 individual rows. Now to do that, we might tend to split this column, but if we split that column, there are going to be 5 columns with because we are having like maximum 5, right? In the first record, it's got like 5 different text with the delimiters. So but for this one, it got only 2, so it's going to have nulls in the rest of the things. So we don't want to do that. Now splitting column was not available for us, so we basically need to split this into a different row records, not as a column records. So to do that, what I'll do, I'll go here in add columns, I'll click custom column. Now we'll be using text.split. What that function going to give us, it's going to split the this text as an individual list. So I'll just say split category, and I'll click on text dot split. Split. Right, so which one we want to split this category? What is our separator? All right. This is going to be our separator. Now when we do that, it basically created as a list. So now if you click on that list, what it's having those records as a rows, right? So now let's expand this one, expand to new rows. So yeah, let's expand that to new rows. Now we've splitted these particular categories into new rows, and you can see we've got like 5 records for first order itself. That is what we want. Now what we need to do, we need to assign those amounts for these particular split categories as well, right? So for we might basically use our text.split for amount as well, but when we expand that amount, we're going to have like 5 into 5 records, because it's going to take multi to multi pattern. So we're going to have like for binders itself, we're going to have all these amounts. For art itself, we're going to have all these amounts. So we don't want to have that. So what we'll do, we first create a calculated field, or sorry, custom column, to find what is the position of this binder in this category text. So if the position is like 0, then we want to get 0th position of the amount. If you see art, it's in the position 1, so we get first position's amount. And if you see phones, its position is 2, so we're going to get second position's amount. So that's going to be our logic. So first we need to find what is the position of this splitted category in this column. Once we know that the position, we can use that position as our input, and we can get text extracted from this amount column. All right. So we'll create a custom column to know its position. So what I'll do, I'll create help text dot after delimiter, and I'll pass this category as my input text, and the delimiter going to be the splitted category. Okay, now all right. So what I've did, I've taken the text from this category right after this particular splitted category. If you see this one, so we're going to have this text from arts. For arts, we're going to have text from phones. For phones, we're going to have text from fasteners, and so on. Right? Now what I'll do, I'll basically try to find the number of delimiters in it. So I'll click on custom column, number of delimiters. I'll click. To find number of delimiters, we use text.select, and we pass this position help, the new column that we've created, and we want to select only the delimiters. All right, I'll click OK. Now we can see for binders, we've got like 4 delimiters. For art, we've got 3. For phones, we got 2. Fasteners 1, and so on. Papers 0. Now what I'll do, I'll just convert this into length so that we can have the positions. So yeah, I'll click on this, right click, transform into length. All right. Now we've got like how many delimiters were there for binders, for arts and phones and so on. So yeah, now this is going to help us like identify what position is that binder is in. Right? So till now what we've did, we've basically splitted the record into 5 different records, and then we're trying to find the position of that record. So to do that, we've used position_help, which is going to extract the text right after this particular category. And then we've selected how many delimiters were available in this position help to identify its location in this particular category. Right? Now we'll create a custom column, and we're going to say this as amount, maybe 1, and we'll set text dot between delimiters and we want to get amount, so I'll say that. So start delimiter is going to be this one, right, and end delimiter is going to be also same. Now it's about start index, right? So for start index, yeah, so we got this as our position, so we'll just say 4, right? Yeah, so I'll just say number of delimiters, sorry, start index going to be, yeah, Just a second. This thing out. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, sorry. I think this need to before. So yeah, expanded custom column 1. So this. Click on that. Yeah. All right. Now this makes sense. Okay. So now you can see we just changed this into before, so that we're going to get this as a position 0, this as position 1, and so on. Now I've created a custom column for amount. So basically, what I was indicating is get the text between two delimiters. It's going to be these two as our delimiters, and from where you need to look for those delimiters. The start index is going to be by position. So it's going to look for delimiter after 0th position, after right, and get till 0, and then that means right after that. But as we are specifying 0, so it's going to start from here, and it will neglect this and try to get from here onwards, because this is the first delimiter that it's going to find, right? And it's going to get till from here. It's going to start counting that again, and it's going to get till text till this particular delimiter, which is going to be the first delimiter. So we want to have 609 as well, right? For that we need to manipulate this particular amount column so that we can get the 609. I'll just create a new step over here, custom column, insert step, amount help. So over here I'll just say add this and this amount column, click on that. Now for this one, amount help, we'll click OK. Now there you go. We've got the amounts. So for binders it's going to be 609, for art it's going to be 5.48, phones it's going to be 391.98, and so on. And we can remove the unnecessary columns. So we can remove this, and I'll just right click, I'll remove columns. There you go. Right, we've got what we want to have it. So for binders this is the amount, for ads this is the amount, this is the amount. So let me give a quick recap what we actually did. So first we splitted this particular column, category column, right, and then expanded that particular split into as a rows. So yeah, the formula to do that was text.split this category column with this as our delimiter. That's step number 1. Then expand that. That's step number 2. Step number 3, we've created a position help where we're going to get text before delimiter, text of this category before this delimiter binders to identify its position. So that's going to be our position help column. And then we've created a new column to select only the delimiters. So we use text.select, and we want to select delimiters from this position help column. So we've selected the delimiters, and then we've changed that selected delimiters as a length. So this is going to act as our position. Then we've created a new column which is amount help, where we just added delimiter before the amount text itself. So yeah, so then we've created a new column to find the amount, actual amount. For that, we've used text dot between delimiters, and from where you want to get the text, we want to get the text from amount help column, and these two are my delimiters. And what's going to be the starting position of the delimiter, from which find you want to get the text. So I want to get the text from 0th find till right next 0th find. So that's going to be my index for those delimiters, and we've removed the unnecessary columns. Any doubts as of now?
Actually, if you see the row number 9 and 10, both of them have the same value.
Row number 9 and row number 10.
Maybe because technology is coming 2 times, so it's just taking the first one.
So we're having like a technology and technology, right? So for technology, it's basically trying to get all right, correct. Oh. So okay, when we use this position help column, so as we were like getting, sorry, am I audible now?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, okay. When we're using this position help column, as we are trying to get text before the technology, it's just getting office supplies. For these as well, we are having the same name. So it's trying to get this one itself, and it's trying to identify this particular record as a second category.
Yeah, we can do a change value and update.
Correct.
Right click on column 2, change value. Yeah, replace value.
It will replace everything, right?
No, just put your the complete name and put technology 1 and technology 2. Instead of office supplies, technology. Wait. Before that, just put up both delimiter on both sides. Else it will make both of them as technology. Space.
Right. Yeah.
Still taking the value. Technology is in technology 1, so that's why
Still, but so this is the one, right? Position help, I mean, we are like trying to get text dot before delimiter. So
it's finding the technology text.
Okay, for Tacha. Understood. Yeah.
give it as technology 1, technology 2, and it may be 2. Here both technology and with values were replaced with, you can put 2.
And this will work.
No, just go to replace value again and remove 1 from find values.
All right, yeah. So, okay. So any doubts as of now?
Right.
So on the interceptor, I think we can pause it over here.